The Kaaba is a small building in Mecca, a symbol of the Muslim faith. According to legend, the construction of the first Kaaba was led by Adam, who was exiled from paradise. During the flood, the first Kaaba ascended to heaven or simply collapsed, and then was rebuilt by Abraham. The prophet worked with his son Ishmael, and the archangel Gabriel helped them. In particular, the archangel provided the builders with a levitating stone so that they did not have to fool around with the force. The stone that helped build it has been preserved to this day, with the footprints of Abraham himself. Subsequently, the Kaaba was repeatedly rebuilt. Over the past decades, the Kaaba has been dressed in marble, decorated with gold and silk. Of particular interest is the Black Kaaba stone, a composite mineral object set in silver and attached with silver nails to the eastern corner of the Kaaba. Located at a height of just over 1.5 meters, the black stone is open to the view and touch of the faithful. The worship of the black stone is a mandatory element of the Hajj. The history of the black stone Kaaba is rich in events and secrets. Any scientific research on the Kaaba and its elements is prohibited. Therefore, an accurate mineralogical portrait of the black stone cannot be made. Highly educated sages, honored to touch the black stone of the Kaaba, talk about it as a few fragments, cemented together, and is a fairly large 16 x 20 centimeters oval insert in a massive frame of silver. There is an opinion that the black stone belongs to agates, although it may be jasper. Outside observers have suggested that the black stone of the Kaaba is a shattered fragment of ordinary basalt, composing the surrounding mountains. Legend has it that the black stone once shone white, an argument in favor of the silicate nature of the mineral, and turned black from the dirt of human sins. A more prosaic version says about the impregnation of flint with oils after numerous anointing of the stone. Over time, the fat has oxidized and disintegrated, so the blackness of the sacred creed is natural. It is the blackness of carbon. A very sound assumption was made in 1980 by Elizabeth Thompson of the University of Copenhagen. According to extant information, the black stone was sent down to people by heaven and did not sink in the water. People by heaven and did not sink in the water, which, Thompson reasoned, indicated the meteoric origin of the shrine, first, and the porous structure, second. Black stone, it is likely formed from a mixture of earth rocks with meteoritic material at the time of collision of a sufficiently large celestial guest with the Earth's surface. In favor of the version of the Danish expert says the presence of 1,000 kilometers from Mecca impact crater Wabar. However, scientists cannot definitively date the catastrophic event. Most geologists are inclined to think about the Old Testament age of the crater, assuming that the impact of a metal meteorite occurred 2,000 to 4,000 years before the new era. Some people believe that the meteor fall happened much later, just ago. However, it is hard and brittle glass of natural origin as well as possible corresponds to the described qualities of black stone. Inhomogeneities, individual quartz crystals, bands of fused grains of sand, foamed and frozen glassy mass may well float, and absorb marrow, and collapse under the blows of conquerors and desecrators. The tradition of honoring the black stone originated in pre-Islamic times. Many centuries ago, this fragment, then not black, belonged to a tribe of Quraysh, impressed, perhaps, by the unusual origin of the stone. At the time of the formation of Islam, the Prophet Muhammad led a resolute struggle against idolatry in all its manifestations, but the black stone was spared. Most likely, only because he himself belonged to the Quraysh, and the black stone for him, probably, was the object of a child's knowledge of the world. It should be noted that Islam excludes any spiritualization of the black stone. For Muslims, the black stone is, first, an object of divine nature, an element of paradise, left to the exiled Adam as a memory, and second and third. The black stone was touched by the hands of the Prophet Muhammad. The worship of the black stone is the following of the path indicated by Muhammad, and the artifact itself does not affect life in any way, does not cause harm or benefit. The zealous attitude of Muslims to the black stone has always excited the warriors of Islam. The creed was stolen to be returned for a huge ransom. Black stone smashed, try to defile or make the subject stupid. Revered by the faithful, the black stone is still there today, where it was placed by the fathers of faith. There are many legends about the black stone of the Kaaba. One of them says that this small piece of rock is nothing more than a conglomerate of fossilized angels assigned to guard either the Kaaba, or Mecca, or the entire Islamic world. The origin of the black stone is said in two ways. According to some believers, Allah gave the stone to Adam leaving paradise. According to another version, Adam personally took the stone from the heavenly oratory to be able to at least illusory approach to God. Other believers are convinced that the black then still white stone was brought to the site of the Kaaba by the Archangel Gabriel, who took it from the top of a nearby mountain. It is also said that the black stone can protect itself from the Gentiles and the wicked. As if 1,000 years ago someone tried to break the relic and died on the spot. The stone received quite minor damage. The Islamic clergy is calm about folk art. The position of the leaders of Islam is unshakable. The black stone of the Kaaba is a relic, a visible witness to the life of Muhammad. No more, but no less.